What is up, everybody? It is Ozzy from OzTalksHW, and this video has been requested quite a few times by you guys. It is the video gear that I use to make my videos. As many of you know, I am a budget, emphasis on budget, tech-oriented channel, meaning that I do not use, review, or really unbox any kind of enthusiast-grade hardware because I just do not have money to pay for enthusiast-grade hardware. And I'm sure that's probably not going to change considering that I'm going to college this fall, and I will probably be living off top ramen for the next 5 years. So if you're in the same boat as me, this video might be quite helpful. I will go over all of the products that I use, that I have used, like I mentioned before. I will try to recall the price if I remember it on the spot, and where I got it from, and if it was new or used. So let's get right into it. So the first product is the camera, of course, and I do not have it on this table simply because I'm using it to recording this video. I have the Canon Rebel SL1 that I got in 2014 for about $375 manufacturer refurbished. It is a DSLR, and I love this little camera simply because it's very small and compact, yet it still has the quality that I need to make videos. It came with the stock 18-55mm lens that I am also using to record this video, but I decided to pick up a more bokeh, I think that's how you pronounce it, smaller 50mm prime lens, which is the YONGNUO. I think that's how you pronounce it. YONGNUO. It's Chinese. I don't know Chinese very well. YONGNUO. 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 Anyway, I decided to pick this up for about $50 brand new. It is a 50mm lens, and I use it for all of my B-rolls. I also use it for a lot of my face vlog type videos. I use it in my GTX 1080 video for my face. I also used it for my last CPU tier list video. So this is a great little lens for the price. So next up is my audio. What I'm using right now is a VidPro XML microphone, which I got for about $15 or $20 on Amazon. And the reason that I love this microphone is because the cable is 20 feet long. Right now my camera is about 7 to 8 feet away from me, yet the cable is stretched all the way from my camera down under the table and through my shirt, so you guys don't see it, but now you guys know my secret. Even though that the camera is that far away from me, I still have a ton of clearance with this microphone. Starting out, I did use this little voice recorder with this AZDEN microphone, and these worked pretty well for the price. I got this for about $18 on Amazon new, and this for maybe about the same price, maybe a little bit more. So together, they were about $40 shipped, and it worked pretty well. The only issue is, again, in post-processing, you do have to go in and edit this separately and time it up with your lips talking. So that was kind of a pain, and then I didn't really like that. So I decided to go and get the VidPro microphone that I mentioned earlier for only the same price and with more than double the length of the cord. And now for the lighting. I have several options for lights. I think the first thing that I bought for my lights was actually this light stand. I think it's Limo Studio, but I could be wrong. It could be a no-brand light stand, but this thing can get up pretty high, which I will try to show you guys. As you can see, it can get pretty long and pretty high. I do actually enjoy using this because, again, the cord is very long and I do not have to reach or use an extension cable if I decide to use these lights, which I usually do. And I usually have two of these up. I only have one of them up because I use this one to show you guys, again, the product itself. The awesome thing about this is that it did come with one light bulb, one for each of the two stands. So I got two light bulbs that came with this, and these were only $40 grouped together, which is awesome. On top of that, they also came with these umbrella lights, which I generally use if I think the lighting is a bit too harsh, and so I bounce the lights off of this onto my face just to give it a softer glow. Other than that, I don't really use these much. I think I used them once, I think in my YouTube Red review when I did the face vlog stuff, I did use these, but other than that, I don't use it that often. On top of that, I also invested into a socket splitter, which turns one socket into 4 light sockets, and this is one of the better investments that I made on this channel, simply because I can put more lights in my video. And I also got a pack of these ALZO light bulbs. These are 5500K in terms of color temperature, meaning that they're pretty close to daylight temperature, which is what I really like when it comes to recording videos. The awesome part about these is that it came in a pack of 4 for about $22, which is great because they were brighter than the stock light bulbs that came with the 2 light stands. And they also increased the quality of my videos because I could turn down the ISO and it made the videos less grainy and more crisp. I currently use my TARGUS tripod tripod, which I got from Walmart for about $75, maybe 2.5 years ago. I think the max height is maybe 6 feet, which is good. But anyway, that's more than I would ever expend on a tripod currently. But other than that, I did also get this Amazon Basics tripod for about $45. It's about the same height. It has a tripod ball mount, which is great because that increases fluidity and it helps with B-rolls a lot. And I'm pretty surprised by the Amazon Basics tripod simply because it has a lot of quality when it comes to a tripod. I don't feel like this will break under my DSLR, even though it's not that heavy. I'm pretty sure I did use it in my $260 gaming PC video. I think I used this one to B-roll instead of the Targus one because I did not have the ball mount on the Targus at the time, and that's why I got this. So as you can see, it's pretty solid for the price. So I think this is a great starting tripod if you want to start out making videos. If you are going for DSLR, never cheap out on the tripod if you are using a DSLR because you do not want your tripod to break under you when you're recording videos or taking any kind of photos. Now, if you're using a camcorder, that's a little bit different. You can get a cheaper tripod and still have that quality there for your camera. And so the very last thing that I'm gonna go over is what I used to use for B-roll anyway, and this is my slider. I think I bought this for $70. I forgot what kind of brand it was, but it had good reviews on Amazon. It was only $70. And this is an okay slider. I used it for a few videos. I think I used it for my setup video, my quick tour video. I don't use this as much as I used to simply because I do not think I really understand how to use a slider yet. I'd have to spend a few hours just learning the basics of sliding. But that's what I use. These are just the parts that go with the slider. Basically, you use a slider for B-rolls, for any kind of stuff like that. And considering that I only got this for $70, I am not complaining because I know that a lot of carbon sliders can go upwards $800, which is pretty expensive. But right now, what I use for my B-rolls is basically just my tripod and my ball mount. And I think that works for now. Maybe when I get a little bit bigger, I might be able to afford one of those fancy schmancy carbon sliders. But for now, I think that this one is pretty solid for what it does. And my two tripods work pretty well too. So that's it for what I use for my videos. That's pretty much all that I use. Everything else that I use is done in the editing side, and I could go over my workflow and my post-processing if you guys want to, but for now I'll just keep it simple and go over the parts, the actual hardware that I use. I think total up, everything here accumulated over 2.5 to 3 years was probably in the 500-ish, mid 500 range, and most of that is because of the camera. That was like $375. So take away the camera, and this gear right here is probably only about $150, which I think is very, very inexpensive. Maybe a bit more than $150, maybe $200, but I think that's pretty inexpensive for what it offers. So if you guys like this video, if you like the way that I went through each of the parts, just let me know. If you guys want to see more type of videos like these, maybe like Q&A type videos, just let me know. I do have a few videos coming out. I have some products that some people that are sending me that I will review on this channel soon enough. And yeah, if you guys liked it, give it a like. If you loved it, subscribe, share with all your friends, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. I'm not used to wearing a hat.